buzz. Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Dawson.
Manchuria.
No, it's Japan. 10 points for this. Who's being described? Born 1546, he established an observatory at Uraniborg in Denmark and devised a compromise between the Copernican and Ptolemaic systems of the universe in which...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Kepler.
No, you lose 5 points. In which 5 planets orbit the Sun, but the Sun in turn orbits a stationary Earth. He is popularly remembered for losing his nose in a duel in 1566.
Warwick Patel.
Tycho Brahe.
Tycho Brahe is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on places. A fashionable resort patronised by Napoleon III and Edward VII. Which German spa lies along the Ouse River in the western foothills of the Black Forest?
Baden-Baden.
Correct, that gives you the lead. In which American state is Badwater, a salt pool lying 85 metres below sea level and a popular tourist attraction as one of the lowest points in the Western Hemisphere?
Utah, we think.
California.
California?
California's right. The ancient town of Badulla is the centre of the extensive tea estates in which Asian country?
India.
No, it's Sri Lanka. 10 points for this. Which tradition inaugurated in Plymouth Colony in 1621 when men of the Wampanoag tribe sat down...
Warwick Weber.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is right. Your bonuses are on a name. Which writer of short stories, born Catherine Beecham in New Zealand in 1888, married the editor John Middleton Murray?
Catherine Mansfield? Janet Frame? Catherine Mansfield? Catherine Mansfield?
Correct. Mount Mansfield is the highest point in which state of the USA whose capital is Montpellier?
It's from the East Coast, is it East Coast? I think it's further east than Dakota.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have an answer.
Sorry, North Dakota.
No, it's Vermont. In a Sunday Times interview in 2000, which British politician said of the American actress Jane Mansfield, "It was not totally inconceivable that she could have joined me as my wife in number 10 Downing Street"?
Andrew Folds.
Come on.
Andrew Folds?
Andrew Folds. No, it was Edward Heath. Dream on, Ted. Right, 10 points for this. Described as one of the architectural wonders of Scotland, Dunmore Park in Falkirk has an 18th century folly attributed to Sir William Chambers, of which the cupola, or cupola, takes what distinctive form?
Warwick Gill.
A square.
No, anyone want to buzz from Emmanuel?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Octagonal?
No, it's shaped like a pineapple. Which British Prime Minister published the volumes of autobiography entitled The Blast of War, Riding the Storm?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Winston Churchill?
No, you lose 5 points. Winds of Change and At the End of the Day between 1966 and 75. You may not confer one.
Warwick Gill.
Chamberlain.
No, it was Harold Macmillan. Chamberlain was long dead. 10 points for this. A strategic route controlling ocean traffic to the oil terminals of the Gulf. Which sea passage between Iran and the Musandam Peninsula of Oman links the Arabian Gulf to the Arabian Sea?
Warwick Christodoulou.
The Bosphorus.
The Bosphorus? No, anyone to buzz from Emmanuel? That's the Strait of Hormuz. Right, 10 points for this. White tin, which is metallic and stable above 13.2 degrees Celsius, and grey tin, which is non-metallic and stable below 13.2 degrees Celsius, may be described by what term, denoting...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Isotopes.
No, you lose 5 points. By what term, denoting the different forms an element can take, usually because of variations in the crystal structure? You may not confer.
Warwick Patel.
Allotrope is right, yes. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on Tudor executions. The son of a poet, which soldier led a revolt of Kentish men against Mary I in 1554, but was captured and executed when his army disintegrated?
Sydney?
No, it was Sir Thomas Wyatt. Thomas Howard, Duke of Norfolk, was executed in 1572 for his part in which plot to murder Elizabeth I, usually named after an Italian banker?
Italian banker.
Come on. Let's have an answer, please.
Messina.
No, it's the Ridolfi plot. Which former Archbishop of London was burned at the stake with Hugh Latimer in 1555, having refused in debate at Oxford to acknowledge Catholic doctrines?
Chalfont.
No, it's Nicholas Ridley. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear an extract from a well-known piece of music. For 10 points, all you have to do is tell me the name of the song.
Warwick Webber.
You'll Never Walk Alone.
Indeed, from Carousel. You'll be aware that's associated with Liverpool Football Club. Your bonus questions, 3 more extracts from songs associated with Premiership football teams. In each case, I want you to tell me the name of both the song and the club. Here's the first for 5 points.
Here at the bridge where the rain all flies, we can shine all the time. Home or away, come and see us play. You're welcome any day.
Chelsea, at the bridge.
No, it's Blue is the colour and Chelsea. Here's the second.
When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. Them that had their noses broken to go back our yeah. Some went to the dispensary and some to Dr. Gibbs, and some went to the infirmary to mend the broken ribs. Whoa, lads, you should have seen us cannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there and always smiling.
Let's have an answer.
Everton, here we go.
No, it's Newcastle, Blade and Races. And finally for 5.
West Ham United, I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this. Identify the author of these lines. Music, when soft voices die, vibrates in the memory. Odours, when sweet violets sicken, live within the sense they quicken.
Warwick Christodoulou.
Keats.
Know anybody want to buzz from Emmanuel?
Emmanuel Dawson.
Shakespeare.
No, it's Shelley, 10 points for this. With Black Down at about 325 metres as its highest point, which range of limestone hills in southwest England is noted for its extensive underground caverns?
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Mendips.
The Mendips is right, yes. Your bonuses are on the history of mathematics. In each case, I want the decade in which the following works were first published. Firstly, Principia Mathematica, volumes 1 to 3 by Alfred North Whitehead and Bertrand Russell.
30 or 20? 19, 20.
Earlier than 1920 or 30.
I think 20 is right.
Okay, 1920. 1920s.
No, it's the 1910s, 1910 to 13 specifically. Second, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica by Isaac Newton.
1660s, do you agree? 1660s.
No, it's the 1680s, 1687. Finally, Stephen Wolfram's Mathematica version 5.2.
It's going to be either 1990s or 2000s.
What are we going for? 2000s.
The current decade is correct, yes, 2005. 10 points for this. Azania was a word used by liberation movements and formerly by the People's Republic of China to refer to which African country?
Warwick Christodoulou.
South Africa?
It was South Africa, yes. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on pioneering women. The London and National Society for Women's Service, a group campaigning for women's equality, was renamed in 1953 after which feminist, the founder of Newnham College, Cambridge?
I don't know.
Should we go for Pankhurst anyway? Sylvia Pankhurst.
No, it was the Fawcett Society, Dame Millicent Fawcett. Dame Millicent was the younger sister of which pioneer who sought the admission of women into professional education, especially medicine? Come on.
No, sorry.
That was Elizabeth Garrett Anderson. And finally, Dame Millicent's husband, Henry, was appointed Postmaster General in 1880 and introduced the sixpenny telegram, the parcel post, and which money transfer facility?
Money transfer?
Check.
Check? Telegram? The telegram.
So it's the postal order. 10 points for this. Introduced by an Act of Parliament in 1973, what name is given to a term of imprisonment ordered not to take effect immediately?
Emmanuel Inglesby.
A suspended sentence.
Correct. Your bonuses are on an explorer.